sky kick, some confusion as to who was going to catch it, and Clemson will take over near its own 20-yard line. Etienne to the edge, turns it upfield. He's got midfield plus territory, and you got a glimpse of why that young man averages 8 yards per carry for his career.
Perimeter where they want him with an unblocked defender, and he's responsible for making that man miss. That's Destin Mack, number 7 right there, number 25.
Lawrence with time over the middle and complete. A first down catch by Cornell Powell.
Powell, big catch over the middle.
Out of the backfield to Etienne. And Etienne picks up a first down with the yards after the catch. Strong opening drive continues for Clemson. Now a red zone opportunity. Lawrence looking for 6. Nearly intercepted, but it's caught for a touchdown. Frank Ladson, the sophomore from Miami.
Be completed between 17 and 22 yards or so, and you're going to see that's exactly what it does, and unfortunately for the Citadel.
The option to the outside, and nothing going on for Keith White. He's short of the first down. Got a little redemption, though, with a therapy session with Pat McAfee on game day. The flag is down. Amari Rodgers turns the corner and bumped out shy of midfield. Jeff Flanagan, our head referee today. Off play action, Lawrence down the seam, wants Rodgers, touchdown!
You're going to see Javonte Middleton, the corner, number 33, matched up against Rodgers. And this just takes too long. You cannot give Trevor Lawrence.
He becomes your main B-back in Loden Brock. That is an entirely difficult situation for him.
Brendan Rainey completes on his first pass attempt. Drives against Alabama and Clemson 3 years ago.
Well, Brent Venables for Clemson, the defensive coordinator, was really worried.
There's the pitch. It's Wallace, and he gets bulldozed at about the 24-yard line.
It's at number 10, and he runs this thing down. You're going to see him there right in the middle of your screen. Watch his angle. He steps, and he gets right downhill, avoids the second-level block, and boom!
Hardest working guys in the field each and every Saturday. It's amazing to me.
Tigers showing pressure. Rainey to throw, in trouble, and ran into a sea of orange. It'll bring up 3rd and long.
Talking about wide receivers or safeties. We're talking about defensive linemen. Those guys aren't growing on trees.
A chance for Rodgers from the 39. He's got midfield, still dancing. And Clemson again with outstanding starting field position at the Citadel 45. Lawrence, quick release. He's got Ladson, who caught that first touchdown, and another first down.
Where that ball placement was. He throws this ball on the back shoulder, really on the back hip.
Etienne, first down and more, inside the 10, down to the 5. First and goal, Clemson.
Decisive. He's a slasher, so once he gets that ball, he's going to slash through, and he's stab, put his foot, and get north. And then the balance off of the leap, maybe a throwback to the shoulder.
2 tight ends into the game. Lawrence, quarterback keeper, and in for 6. 3rd rushing touchdown of the season for the junior.
This marks the 4th straight game that Trevor Lawrence has a TD on the ground. And this time, look.
2002 when Phillip Rivers was there. Option dangerous. Ball is out. Picked up by Clemson. Touchdown, Skalski.
Skowski's going to get the credit for the touchdown, but watch number 98, Miles Murphy, the true freshman. Number 1, watch him slow play this. Then he pushes it, goes right underneath the blocker. He not only makes the tackle, gets the strip fumble, creates the opportunity for Skowski to scoop and score. But for a young player to have the patience, he kept his shoulders square. He could always come back for a variety of reasons on offense for the Citadel.
Death Valley, number 1 Clemson, welcome to college football. Rainey into the embrace of Miles Murphy once again. Only the first quarter we've called his name quite a bit.
No, Brent Venables is super proud of his guys so far, because one thing he was worried about is they stretch you so far laterally on the front side because you have to respect the option. If they cut you down on the backside.
Scoreboard read, unity all in together, and Dabo Sweeney got the crowd fired up. And this Clemson faithful that has gathered here today applauded the gesture.
Citadel's giving Clemson a lot of help today.
And now you have Travis Etienne to return this one. Amari Rodgers has already been close to returning them today.
Etienne across the 40, 30, has a convoy, and down inside the 5-yard line.
The future opponent has to deal with, all right, well, we're not going to see the normal returner. We're only going to see the other best player on their team. What are they going to do next punt return? Put Trevor Lawrence out there?
Quarterback keeper. And the first Clemson touchdown, the first of what's likely many for DJ Uyunglele.
Well, Clemson lists him at 6'4", 250. So what you're going to see in the future with this young man, GJ is going to be one of those guys that gives you some of that Cam Newton-style run game at the quarterback position. Quarterback power, quarterback counter, quarterback lead. And don't kid yourself, he's a passer first, runner second.
Travis Etienne, and then the true freshman, the kid who's next in Death Valley, is now DJ Uyunglele.
Now, this is a kid, you may not realize, he runs 4.55 falling out of bed every morning, and people may not appreciate that.
Option left, and it's blown up by Niles Pinckney, and it sets up second and long. Gave the right tackle 20 extra pounds. It's 230-pound Thomas Crawford. And Keith White tripped up in the backfield. That's Andrew Booth. 3 players who were in that back 7. Actually, more than that when you count the Isaiah Simmons of the world. Dabo feels this is his best back 7.
Guys are excellent in space. That was a terrific demonstration of tackling in space right there.
Campbell's punt is fair caught inside the 30-yard line by the freshman Bowman. Lawrence to the air. He's got Powell. And Cornell Powell, the 5th-year senior who's waited his turn close to midfield. Lawrence pumps. Downfield for Ladson. Catches in stride. Touchdown, Clemson.
Yet another perfectly thrown football. You're going to see Ladson number 2. This is the sluggo, slant and go. And you've got to commit 2 steps on the slant in order to get the corner to bite.
Izzy and Murphy lined up on the same side next to each other. Like you were saying, Tom, that's something to watch.
Rainey in trouble, and he's sacked. It's Trenton Simpson, the freshman out of Charlotte. Another true freshman, part of the #1 recruiting class in the country.
An Auburn commitment for a long time. And you see him off the edge right here. Unfortunately, it's not a good idea to not block edge guys. 25-pounder can really run. They're excited about his future.
Darion Kendrick returning the punt.
We'll see how this unfolds, but you're right. They are talented. They just want to get him more experience.
Downfield for Powell, a lot of contact, and that's on the Citadel. Destin Mack in coverage. Darian Rencher, the 5th-year senior, former walk-on, scored a touchdown on every drive. Uyunglele completes. That's Will Brown, the redshirt junior. Rencher spins away from one defender, now another, and drags tacklers inside the 10. A gain of 8, 2nd and 2.
Watch for another design quarterback run here.
Uyunglele struggled with the snap. It doesn't matter. His second touchdown of the game, and the onslaught continues. DJ Uyunglele became a fan of Clemson way back when Taj Boyd was throwing bombs to Sammy Watkins.
So it's given the young freshman at quarterback for Clemson some opportunities.
A lot of backups in for Clemson, and those backups are pretty good. Kane Patterson.
Pass the sniff test for the pups.
Got to bring treats.
Yep.
Rainey under pressure, got rid of it. And a nice gain by Raleigh Webb, the first time we've really called his game since the first drive.
Yep.
And it's a first down.
Introduce you to some young, fresh faces that are going to end up becoming faces of the program.
Rainey in an ambush. And it brings up 4th down.
Again, those players that were highly touted panned out at the next level.
Not a good snap. Pumachan will eat it. And it brings up 4th down. I don't think Clemson will call another play.
Built to come from behind or play behind the sticks.
Rainey, options. It's Keith White. He's on the track team and bumped out of bounds hard after a first down gain. A redshirt freshman from Columbus, Georgia.
Take a look at this to the top of your screen.
And not much there, 4th down. Matt Campbell to punt. Will Sweeney back deep to receive. And if you're wondering, yes, he is the son of Kathleen Sweeney.
It's the hardest position to develop at when you're transitioning into college. It's so hard. In high school, you just do so much less at the line of scrimmage as far as communication goes.
On 3rd and long. Escaping pressure, wide open, E.J. Williams. All the way down to the 40-yard line. Mack with the ankle tackle to save an even bigger play.
The quarterback, the young quarterbacks can evade and extend the play, yet keep their eyes downfield. And this is what he does. Throws it back across his body. Always got to be careful about that because you can get yourself into trouble.
On the ground again, that's Michael Dukes, sophomore out of Charleston. It'll bring up 4th down.
Or create a situational moment for your quarterback on a critical down in plus territory.
Little speed option, Uyunglele keeping it, ball is out, and the Citadel will take over on downs.
That's what you can't do. The thing when the target's on your back to sustain it for a consistent period of time.
Downfield, incomplete. He wanted Ryan McCarthy, who's also a right fielder on the Citadel's baseball team. Here's a handoff. And this is Dukes. Lost the football. Little too much shake and bake, and he just couldn't hang on to the football. The Citadel are with the turnover, and they'll take over in Clemson territory.
There are 2 things you have to be able to do to play this position and stay on the field. Pass protect and don't put the ball on the ground. And he just learned a sore lesson right there. It's going to be, we talked about teaching moments today, meaningful snaps. They've developed their program into winning sustainable programs.
Sessions. And taken down by Venables. And he is the backup B-back. Rainey throwing downfield. Incomplete. Escaping. And he's going to be shy of the marker by about a couple of yards. Sets up 4th down. Dad Bill played in the majors. Good kick here. And a fair catch signaled for by Poole and made inside the 20.
Hey, speaking of that huddle crew, Eric McClain is the one who helped me out with that information on my opening today about in 2015. That was the year they replaced.
And Wanze turned back. And it's a nice feeling for Brent Venables. Also Dabo Sweeney, who's got a couple of kids on the team.
Take any of those things for granted.
He is the highest paid D coordinator in college football. And there is Dabo's kid, Will Sweeney, with the fair catch on the punt. Spiller and James Davis, old Thunder and Lightning combo. E.J. Williams has had a nice game. The true freshman picking up a first down. That's his third catch. Low snap, DJ Uiagalelei. Under pressure, throws, and it's broken up. That's Destin Mack once again. Actually, that's Chris Beverly. Kobe Pace makes the catch, driven back. This will depend on the spot. It's going to be close. It looks like he might have it. Of the athletic budget and what it means for the other programs,
sure.
Huge.
Oh, absolutely. Not only does it fuel your football program, it fuels the entire department.
Raleigh Webb throwing downfield for McCarthy, who makes the catch at the 30-yard line, receiver to receiver.
That the Citadel offense has had all day long, and really the reverse plays a week ago that featured Raleigh Webb, who throws the ball this time, were the most productive plays on offense against South Florida. But when you have the opt-outs and the injuries and the inexperience, it's just hard to compete, even against somebody that's not as talented as Clemson.
Sessions the carry. Rainey in trouble, stumbling, throws it toward the sideline, incomplete.
They've done a great job all day of protecting their legs from the cut blocks, and luckily both teams have come out of this unscathed.
And the Citadel can't get on the board. Kintner misses. Pressure, check down. And Ches Malusi tackled in the backfield.
We mentioned earlier that Dabo was not happy with the performance of his second-string offensive line last week. Well, this second-team offense and third-string offense in this second half against Citadel has not executed up to the Clemson standard.
The improvement from week 1 to week 2 is going to be a fun one tonight.
Adams will try to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long. Nowhere to go. Escapes the ambush. Got a block on the edge, and Jalen Adams using his feet. And that's the best play the Citadel has had all day.
That's likely a sack. So he brings kind of an electrifying presence when things aren't ideal, because he can evade, as you see here.
Adams again. Tripped up. Stays on his feet. Picks up positive yards. And it sets up 4th and 3.
They're so young and inexperienced that they cannot afford injuries to their frontline guys.
Here is Derek Hampton, and picks up a yard. Hampton, a redshirt sophomore, was trying to get out of the red. It's a turnover on downs. Zarek Cooper's actually had a pretty nice career in the FCS with Jacksonville State.
Yep.
And Hunter Johnson at Northwestern. And Helms thrown to the ground. And Will Spires will come on with the punting unit. Beverly, the safety, with the sack.
He's really talented if you haven't had a chance to see him.
Adams under pressure and sacked. Because they play their twos, not just against FCS teams. They get them in for meaningful snaps and meaningful series against almost everybody. Late option pitch, and it's Hampton who's now going to get on the plus side in terms of career yards, and he's got a first down under their belt.
They
and
do.
Real reps.
Yeah, exactly. And they might be 3s and 4s now. You're going to see actually a well-executed option play here. Jalen Adams, a late pitch. Give you a chance to have confidence, but there's no doubt he's lit a fire to this offense and brings a different dimension.
Adams under pressure and crunched. Might have lost a yard. 3rd down. Adams option left. Keeps. And it sets up 4th down, about 2. Deshaun Watson made his first career start. And that's a point of demarcation for this program.
It absolutely has been, as we see Jalen Adams taking off again and extending plays. And I can remember vividly, having grown up around Marshall Faulk and seeing him.
Something like 6 touchdown passes, couple of school records. Yikes. That looked like Capehart.
Yep.
The Tigers pitch a shutout. Fans are going to have to stay in their seats. It used to be when a Clemson game ended, the fans would gather and congregate at the paw at the 50-yard line. But in this climate, fans will watch the team shake hands.